My sisters and brothers, let's say no to domestic violence. This is very wrong and sad. Let's say no to domestic
Guys,
violence.
it's your lady belter. It's a lady belter underscore like the car, and I'm back here, guys. As I said, please don't forget to go to my channel, subscribe, like, comment, and share my content, because as I said, my content covers a lot of things that happening in the world, in the real world. You know, it's more of parenting, marriages, relationships, empowering, educating, and still entertaining. Okay, so kindly share my content, because there's a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about that's happening in the real life. Are we together up to that point? Now I just want to cover a little bit story of a lady who was almost killed by the boyfriend. The late, who is already the late, because he put the car on fire, and she managed to run away, and then she was taken to the hospital with 6 stamps. That guy stamped this woman 6 times. You see, women, continue to be prayerful, because I'm telling you, some things we just escape because of the power of God. That's the only thing I can say. But it's so unlucky. We lost a very small girl, that small angel, only 2 years old, because of a stupid person who doesn't think, who has nothing for himself, nothing good for himself. You see, if you have nothing good for yourself, you don't have nothing good for anybody else. But women, let me tell you something. You need to be very careful. I'm a victim of domestic violence. I myself. And I know, you see a guy doing some things that you can see this guy, he can get into a point of becoming dangerous to me. And you pretend he's going to change. Let me tell you something. For a guy to cry, for a guy to buy you gift and such stuffs, doesn't mean this person loves you. Look, when that guy does something wrong to a woman, they go buying a gift. Why? Because they want they're just trying to fool you. They're trying to fool you. You think this person he has changed, is turned to be a good person? No. They're just buying those gifts to fool you, to keep you still. I'm telling you, you guys, we need to be very, very careful when it comes to marriages and relationship and violence. You need to be able to spot a violent person like this, and don't ignore it. Just a small red flag. Run away, my sister. Because a man who is violent is not going to change. They don't change. They don't get better. They pretend to be okay. But one day, they will do something that you will be like, how did I even stay up to this point? To my lady, you lost a wonderful baby girl. My condolences to you and your family. My prayers to you, because I know you're going to be going through, you know, hard times because of that innocent child. I know you'll be thinking that you could have protected her, but you are trying your level best to keep as somebody who is violent to yourself. But you see, God has given you enough chance until the last point, the last day, what has happened. It was written in that book. So forgive yourself, pray so hard, and we have to pray for you too. Secondly, I'm not forgetting to talk about Obinna. Oga Obinna. Oga Obinna, you are a narcissist. You are a terrible narcissist. Now, Oga Obinna is talking of going to pick everything that he bought for the baby mama. This is another violent person, another narcissist who has been hiding behind the camera. You're trying to bring her show here, telling us the way you love your children, the way you don't respect your wife, your ex, your baby mama. And this, whatever you're trying to bring on social media tells clearly that You are a narcissist and you have a problem that you need to work on it. Stop pretending. I'm going to share comments from people regarding the post that Obina said is going to pick everything that he bought for the baby mama. My friend, some people even said to take those children back to her home because you met her with no children. You leave her younger as you met her. Others have said you need to grow up. Others have said you're a narcissist. I'm going to share all those comments people have been commenting for about this post for Obina going to pick everything that he bought for the baby mama. Obina, do you think that child, you're playing with somebody's child? And we need to be very careful, guys. This is how this violence starts. And this is not starting. This has been there. It has been behind the camera. It has been behind the social media. Now, Obina, because you're a narcissist, you're trying to come through the social media to search for sympathy. No, we are not going to do that because we can see clearly the kind of a person you are. You're trying to act. We're not going to, my sister, my dear sister. Oh, God, I've taken you from somewhere. Obina, you have embarrassed yourself. Umeji embarrassed kabisa. Kabisa. I can't believe you had even the effort to do all this. We need to be very careful, women. We need to be when we need to share this and we need to speak this loud for every woman to know. Do not keep a man who is violent, no matter what. Let's say no to violence. And I don't even understand why we are voting for people like Passaris. Passaris, she's busy at the Milimani law court fighting for Raila for pre-elections. Yet she was elected. She should be back in the office working. Things like this Musyoka has done. Things like this Obina is doing. She should be there working. She's a women rep. What do you understand what it means by women rep? Kwanza, who voted for you? This woman has not been doing anything in this city of Kanairo, and these things has been happening since I came to this city, I don't know when. These things has been happening, and this woman has been women rep for the longest. What has she been doing? I don't understand. This is so sad. This is so sad because Kenya, we need, oh my God, Mr. President, you need to put a law against domestic violence. Because for those who can't come in the social media and share it, a lot of people die. Chinamaji huko. It always comes to social media when it's pathetic, when it's bad, when it's the worst. Is the time we are shown here on social media. What about the ones we don't know and they don't have a chance to come to social media and share this? And the domestic violence can be both men and women. But the most affected are women. That's for sure. I'm so sad about this story of Obina picking whatever he bought for the baby mama. The story of Musyoka, what he did to that innocent child. The trauma this woman, she's going to be going through, losing that baby. Oh my God, it's so sad. She's going to have a fear of even dating or even being in a relationship because you don't know who is who. People pretend to be angels. I don't understand why. So Obina, you need to stop having, you have fake friends, Kina Kamene, supporting you in the morning, Kiss FM, when you're saying this and this, and she's there saying, oh, you don't know what's going. Kamene, shame on you. Get a life first, so that you can start talking about women who have been married and running away from domestic violence. You're supporting somebody who is a narcissist. You should be talking to Obina as a friend, but not supporting him. You're telling us we don't know what has been going on. Who do you know? Have you been on the same house with them? Have you been on the same bed with them? Shame on you, Kamene Goro. Hata una adabu. I'm so sad about this. Women, let's say no to domestic violence. Don't stay with a man who is going to kill you and kill your children, like what has happened to Musyoka and Elizabeth. I can't imagine what this woman gonna be surviving. It is so sad. So sad for Elizabeth. You just lost an innocent child. We can only reach to you through prayers. And guys, as I always say, don't forget to pray for the sick and anybody who has lost their loved one. To Madam Elizabeth, God has given you another chance. And there's a reason why it has happened. So speak it out. Don't be silenced by anybody. Speak it out. For every other woman out there who is going through domestic violence, not to stay quiet, not to keep quiet, not to hide it, but to speak it out. As I said, I'm a victim of domestic violence. And I know how women we try to cover up things by the name of it's going to work. And it doesn't work. It ends up being worse. Because a violent person can never change. They pretend. Man, it's so sad. So prayers to everybody else who is going through domestic violence out there. And I'm saying this can be men and this can be women at the same time, but most affected are women. That's the fact. So let's stop this. Let's stop this domestic violence to one another. If it's not working, it's not working. If you're not meant to be together, we are not meant to. And we cannot force things. You understand? I'm not saying people to stay in domestic violence, but it's so sad. A lot of kids gonna be suffering out there because single parenting is never easy. But it's better they suffer. They're gonna turn up when they grow up. They're gonna choose the life they want to live, and they're gonna thank their mother for running away from domestic violence. All right? So guys, let's say no to domestic violence. And if you know somebody who is going through domestic violence, don't be quiet. Talk to them as much as you can. It's better even you talk to someone else who can say, you know, if they're not listening to you as a friend, talk to someone different. Don't keep quiet. If you know anybody who is going through domestic violence, speak it out. Because you can see, friends, we talk, women, we talk. All right, my fellow women, let's support one another, please. Okay? So I am done for now. I love you so much. Keep subscribing. Subscribe. Comment, share, and bye.